Come to start streaming in. It's 444. Yes. Welcome to the breaking streaming in. It's 444. Ooh, ooh. Ooh.
Playback. I said DJ running back. One time for the one time.
Okay. Let's. My camera's bugging on me. All right, I'm gonna get us started. Welcome. It's Elite Talks. This is Mahatma Sarsi tapping in. We are coming to you live Wednesday, Hump Day 444. I enjoy coming into the flow every second and fourth Wednesday of every month for a couple of weeks at a time. I can't tell you when we're starting. I can't tell you when we're stopping, but I will let you know when it's happening. Pretty soon. I believe our last day, we're going to take a break, is in February. So yeah, we're gonna be running until February 23rd, and then we'll be taking a bit of a hiatus so that we can recollect, collaborate with ourselves, see what we did, and then we'll be back in, I would say, the beginning of April, to be able to reestablish more conscious news for you, keeping it developmental, keeping it fun. I really want to be able to just keep spicing it up. I look forward to getting like some comedians on here, being able to see how we can see who can be comically funny with their consciousness. You know, there's so many volumes of being more relatable with each other and with things that we've already been doing. So we have a great show lined up for you today. Gonna be Saucy on this January 26th. I have with me, of course, from Less Nobodies, Sunshine Monet. She'll be doing her segments on the Elite Conversations today. So that's going to be a twist. I'm going to be flipping in at the beginning, jumping in with Colin from Hip Hop Collaborative, and we're going to be giving some conscious news for the beginning. And at the end, we're going to be wrapping it up with the sounds of Montre Bennett and his poetry and sitting meditation. So for right now, we're gonna take a moment. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen to just give y'all a reminder of how you can tap in more with Mahatma Sarsi. So this is my flyer for my virtual sessions that I hold on Zoom right here, like we're going live here today. We do not go live when we do our Zoom rooms, but we are live in there. We speak that real talk and keep the conversation leveling up, and really want to build up those skills in our everyday lives. It's so important for us to know how to be able to reflect for ourselves what our body is truly experiencing and what we really want to truly experience with our body. Because that's why we're here, right? Like, forget all the other things aside. We are here to master enjoying all of this beautiful landscape, all of this beautiful scenery of life that we see through not just these eyes, but the third eye. So we're here to capitalize on that and to understand what it is to be wealthy in our skin. So please enjoy the lineup that we have today. For that, let's see if I can get another photo up here to share with y'all about things. Oh no, this is old school. I used to run. Nope, it's not going to be how I want it to happen. So I'm going to click over and introduce our friend Omi. Colin, let's see if we can get you over here on the stage. Welcome.
Blessings. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
I'm feeling refreshed.
Same. I actually just got the shower and got to cleanse my energies a little bit from, the past transmutations and goings on. Everything. About to make a little bit of a move. So, any of our Bama affiliates will be around doing the good work. If y'all need help with anything, hit me up. Colin Dillard on Facebook, at hiphop_RBA on Instagram. Just DM me, send me a message, and be like, hey, I heard you were going to be around. I'm also around here. What you doing? I'll ask you the same thing. We'll figure out what you're doing. We'll make it happen. So anyway, I'm coming to y'all with some conscious-minded news today. We're talking about, the planets, the sun, the moon, and the goings on of all of the different dimensions, not just the 3D or the 5D or the 7th even. Everything is affiliated and correlated, so we just let it flow how it flows. Because you all know, we're currently in a Mercury retrograde. It's going wonderfully for me. I know a lot of people are angry when retrograde happens, but that's just because things usually go a little bit backwards and then they start going normal in retrograde. But because you're so used to everything going backwards, it seems like it's going backwards when it's going normal. But with that in mind, we're almost done. It ends next Wednesday, I believe. The second or the third?
The third.
That should be
right around
next
the
Wednesday.
corner.
So we still got like a little bit of a shadow period, like a week after that too. But it's almost done. Just ride it out. It'll be great. In other words, regarding all of the variants of conventionality, the covert mechanisms that they're using to covet us and make us covered in disease. I'm obviously talking about, I don't want to say, but it starts with a C, ends with a Ovid, and it's just weird. So these motherfuckers is trying to continuously put us down, but the university in Oregon has been doing the good work for us. And they found out that CBG, the chemical in cannabinoids, not CBD, but it's another chemical in hemp. They got like CBA, CBH, and there's like probably all the letters of the alphabet. But CBG specifically stops the virus from being able to go through with a very, very important process in infecting you. So if you know anywhere where you can get some CBD, type stuff, and it's got CBG in it, I would bundle up on that, John, because like I've been through COVID, working through COVID for the last, it's been like 2 years almost now, and I worked for most of it. I maybe got like some runny noses and colds, but that's like normal seasonal stuff for me. So when they were like, oh, it's another variant coming out, and I would be like, oh, maybe I don't have that because this is normal for me. I'm not weird. With that being said, transmuting into how they use words, the media, mediocrity, and everything like that. Program yourselves, please, everybody. Like throughout the day, when you wake up, you hear something on COVID on the radio, somebody talking about it. You don't necessarily have to block it out. You can listen to them and what they're saying, because what they're saying is valid, but you also don't have to absorb everything that's being said. With that part, you can also, kind of protect yourself. Not really kind of, you can protect yourself from COVID by willing yourself to be healthy and then acting in ways to keep yourself healthy. And I am just here as example of that. I don't know if there's anything else I really have to cover, because that's a lot of prevalence right now.
Well, I would like to definitely like piggyback off of what you're talking about, because I came into the show talking about defining the value within so that you can reap the benefits more abundantly. So being more healthier requires many levels of our definement. And we have to consider, what it takes for us to accomplish that. For me, I definitely like CBD, and we don't always have to take things to where we're smoking it. You can eat it, you can inhale it, you can rub it in. There's many avenues that you can ingest this CBD. Actually putting things into your skin is really good. I like that you brought that up because it encourages me to use my face roller while we're live, keep the
plug. Self-care is the best care.
Keep it close. I go a little bit fast sometimes, but that's just, for showing. But, we should, go a little slow,
Indeed.
enjoy. Uh, it's so cool on the face. It's just like, yeah, it's probably why I go fast because I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like refreshing. I feel it. It's like drinking Coca-Cola,
You
but
just
without
gotta
the Coca-Cola.
you just gotta slow it down a little bit to enjoy it, the increments longer. But that's
Yeah.
like everything in life. Also hinging, I had a little hinge plug to we represent the Richmond Hip Hop Collaborative. I'm actually like the CEO, founder, head person, but I'm rocking my WeOhm 9711 jewelry. It's not really jewelry, it's a talisman because we're
Right.
all powerful. But this is one of the ways that me and my business partner Tyree are capable of channeling our energy between each other to manifest things. And it was a gift to me, and I suggest you all go check him out anywhere you can. You can go on Richmond Hip Hop Collab on Facebook and actually buy some of his pieces right now. And the other plug was for, like the infusion level of things. If you y'all need any baked goods, or you want some salves, or you want to work on, like infusing something that's never been made before, like a cheesecake, hit me up. Again, please. Richmond Hip Hop Collab, hip hop doc_RVA, Colin Dillard, aka Omi. Love y'all.
Keep the refreshments. I like those talisman because they help to redefine different ways to utilize our muscles. It's sometimes people say that they don't want to use certain things because they don't want to have to rely on anything, and we have to remove it always being for a mental gain, right? Because we use the crystals and different elements of the earth to help us, stay aligned. And that's all good, but also for the body, movement is really important. So being able to have items such as what you're wearing and have the intricate details to where individuals use that as they're called also prayer beads. And you can use each bead to remind yourself, or meditation beads too. There are multiple use. So there are beads to help remind you of how many times you were able to collect your thoughts. Basically, when you're collecting your thoughts, you are able to keep a collection of where your thoughts been. So if you want to hold the beads and use them for how many times you wished yourself a happy thought, and see how many times it takes for you to feel that all around your neck. I enjoy the way that you putting it around your head.
It's multifaceted, and I don't think he knew that when he made it for me. He gave it to me so I can double it up, and it's also like super long. So like I got the chain hang low, but then also I have a headdress. So we are always divine.
Yeah.
Tapping in, what's up?
Got more tribe coming in the building. Much love and light. Okay, so before we get ready to bring in the next segment, I just wanted to share what I pulled up for my spiritual cards because, wait, I gotta get that spiritual spot cards because we are spiritualist AF in here, okay? We are. So the first card that comes up is, of course, you are not your situation. You are not your situation. It really goes in alignment with where I was saying, many things that we have to adorn our body with are not just things to be superficial with. They're also things for you to elevate the mind with. If you're really awake, you'd really be striving to capitalize on every trinket you have. We should not at any point in time ever disregard any significant material item in front of us. It's all capable. Okay, so that was my spirit talk. So I'm gonna read the back of this card now. One of the keys to becoming spiritual as fuck is to define who you are by something deeper inside yourself and further outside yourself than the world can touch. You are someone, even if you are not your financial situation, your job, your relationship, or even your body. Find out who that person is, and you'll be unfuckable with. Hint, you'll probably have to do some soul searching. Probably, definitely.
Unfuckwittable.
I do feel that way. I really do. I really, really, really do. Okay, the second one is there are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself. You know, I've been posting that one recently. Gave you the
Yo,
three.
that's a bar.
Right. This is true. The biggest revenge we can have on people who judge us is to love ourselves hard and for really reals. See, that's what I was talking about, the really reals part, like really reals. Some people are going to talk shit about you simply because you're a shining, bright as fuck sunshine. Wait, oh my bad. I was thinking of my girl. I got that. Okay. Oh, get off your ex's page and say a prayer and go the fuck to sleep. That's a sign for us all, huh? We're not going to find anything worthwhile snooping around our ex's Insta or Facebook or Snap, whatever the fuck. They're your ex for a reason. Ask yourself what you're looking for them and see if you can give it to yourself. You can almost always. Then say a little prayer for the lumpy, bumpy, broken hearts in the world, especially your own. Double brownie points if you can manage one for your ex's heart too. Okay, time for bed now. Yeah.
Why are you coming for me? Like, it's I volunteered to be here. Don't hurt my feelings. No. All facts. All 100%, 1,000, million, trillion % facts.
You are most welcome. And listen, I just read the energy. Energy just tells us energy never lies. And I'm just thankful that I have opened up to accept that to the best extent ever. It's a lot more fun for really reals. It's going to be my word for the show, for really reals. Okay, so I got a little bit more time. So I'm going to pull some energy from the ancestors because they're always talking to us. Let's see what they got to say. Let's see. I'm gonna pull two, of course. Okay. We got I might have to turn my filter off. Might not let me show it. This is the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Whoop. And this is the 9 of Wands. All that red. It's actually red and blue. You know, the red pill, blue pill, the whole thing. You know, we always say take both. That's definitely what I'm here for. I'm giving you a dose of both. We're not escaping either reality. There's no way. There's no way we're escaping either reality. What we can do is just affirm our reality in that which we're residing in. And I feel like that's one of the easiest ways for us to be able to team up more with energies that can stomach us. And it makes it much more easier because you don't have to resist that. It's just a flow. They just show. Like I love the people that are here today. I appreciate y'all showing up and holding space for this segment, for this up-levelment of our paradigm, because our conscious awareness is pretty suitable. I feel like really calm right now. I just want to let y'all know that. And sometimes it doesn't always feel like that in situations. So I'm just going to acknowledge that, especially with the ancestors. They're usually like in a little bit more of a dicier feeling. They're just like cool right now. I don't know how y'all feel about that. All right, I found the Nine of Wands. I think the other page is the chalices. Okay, pretty close. Okay. Oh, see, y'all gonna like this, right? Because you cannot see this, but it's a butterfly with the ribs. It's a blue butterfly with ribs. And if you really look at it, it's a house with a heart. And I love it. And it's my first time really looking at this. It's a house like on pillars above the ground. So it's not touching the ground. And I want a house like that. Like, you know what? I don't even want to be on the ground if I'm being in the house. I need some pillars. I need it to be a little bit more difficult for you to get close to me. I love that. And then it has like all this blue garden around it. And so it says the transformation is complete. The butterfly has reached the end of its development. This card represents the coronation of an undertaking, a love, a project that you have poured all of your passion into. It is also connected to the home and the families that live there. Only complications, divergent opinions, or losses can bring about negative emotions such as anger or bullying. I told you the ancestors are messing with us right now. Welcome without indulgence what you have gained and realized, without fear of taking advantage of what you can gain, as this is yours and no one can take it away from you. They are speaking truth. We are on fire today. And then the Nine of Wands, your strength to withstand adversity and your ability to truncate what is clearly useless and stale, bring you to success and the achievement of your project, even if a period of cleansing, complications, protracted evaluations, or adversities may slow down the process of expansion, you will manage to harvest the fruits of what you have sown. Take the situation in hand and with patience, fight for what you wish to attain while waiting for a more favorable moment. I'm excited. I am really, really excited. Thank you, ancestors. This is the most beautiful reading they have ever given me. And I'm just excited because I went to bed last night excited. And to be able to relish in that excitement. Woo! Thank you.
Play excites.
What's that you sharing over there, Montre?
T-Mobile sent me some mail for 55 and up, but I'm knowing that 55 plus.
They try to give, that's how you know the universe is trying to gift you, and they don't know how to gift you, but they're gonna gift you somehow. I feel that. I
be getting those calls for my insurance, or like your life insurance policy. I'm like, bro, y'all want me to die already? Like,
They ready. They definitely ready to help us to push through to that next moment.
I'd be like, hit me in 30 years. We'll see where we're at.
All right.
Woo. Okay, I'm feeling the love. I'm gonna ring the bell for that. So to thank the ancestors and thank y'all for doing the work, because this is a part of y'all reading. Everyone that's listening, everyone that's tuning into this now moment, this is definitely what you do. Make sure you're able to enjoy doing the right things for yourself. Not everybody allows themselves to do that. And man, we're here to enjoy. Like, I'm feeling good type thing. I'm feeling good. G-O-O-D, I'm feeling good. Can't nobody stop me. I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling good. You're gonna see me on TikTok dancing. Watch. As soon as I get all my energy back. Wait, y'all. This is still me at like 60%. 60%. And that's why I'm like, I'm just gonna keep chilling. I'm gonna keep just doing what I'm doing because woo, I'll be out there dancing. Y'all gonna catch me at the right moment. So I'm gonna take this moment to take a brief interlude, just throw up the flyer, reminding everybody that we are here airing at 4:44 Eastern Standard Time every second and fourth Wednesday. Always different live conscious guests. They're always welcome to come back too. We are always welcoming all guests to come back. I appreciate y'all so much. I believe we have next up, we're gonna plug in, see how Sunshine is doing. And she is ready to take over the stage. What's up over there, Sunshine?
All is well. We are ready for the elite conversation whenever y'all ready.
Yay. All right, let me pin you up. And I'm a gracefully bow down. Take it away.
All right. Peace, y'all. I'm Sunshine Monet. I am the owner and creator of Less Nobody's Business. I'm gonna do the elite conversation with you guys with Trevor Gallman, Johnny Nobody. Today we want to talk about being an artist, especially like during the pandemic, and our responsibility to like express present history that's being created through art. Myself and Johnny Nobody are both artists. We create different things, whether visual, audio, motion, picture, graphics, and everything in between. So, you know, being artists, you know, during this period in time, there's been like a really high, you know, interest in art, us telling the story through visuals and audio. And, you know, through the past, it's always been like, a lot of our history has been shown through the arts. And whenever there was conquerors, you know, one of the first things they did was like destroy art that they, you know, for parts that they needed to destroy history. So like, you know, that just goes to show how important art is in telling our story and how important artists are.
What up?
Yeah, so one of the biggest points was like during the like different activist movements, the different ways art, you know, expressed how we were feeling. I remember there was like this one instance where they had like the Black Lives Matter and it was like painted across the street. And that was a statement. And then what was even a bigger statement was when like people put forth energy to cover it up, you know, like that was a big deal. That like go to show what kind of person you were. And when people fought for the art, fought for keeping it, and fought for like cleaning it up and fixing it and stuff like that, that was another big statement. And those are like, you know, big moments in like history being present. You know, those are going to be big moments because they show, you know, how diverse we are in our beliefs and in our movements, because you will have people that were willing to destroy this, and you had people that were willing to fight for it and clean it up. I guess like, you know, you could share like different like pivotal moments in art that like, you know, expressed history, or like your experience personally, like with expressing art, you know, being present, expressing art through what's going on.
I'm sorry, it was breaking up a little bit. I'm trying to hear. It was cracking up. I don't know how it is for y'all, but I definitely feel that, you know, and I have my perspective on the same thing. You know, art has always been like a heavy expression. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is to me. Sound, feel, touch, taste, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's been a difficult past year with COVID. I don't know about y'all, but like life changed after COVID. Like, and it's been really tough feeling as well as creating. You know what I mean? And just like you said, the Black Lives Matter was just a big expression, kind of literal, the big yellow Black Lives Matters in the middle of the street, and then people going out of their way to knock it down was like a big blow, because I felt that personally. You know what I'm saying? I felt like my tribe was getting smaller, if you will. You know what I mean? Like that negativity was louder than us for the first time in my life, and it kind of discouraged me a little bit. You know what I mean? But as time went on, like we talked about personally, we got to use that. And for the first time, I had to learn how to use the negativity to create something positive, because that's what I like to do. I'm kind of focused on my music right now. I definitely want to put out an album, drop it the 22nd of next month. Angel numbers popping up this year heavy. So yeah, you know what I mean? I just want to get a lot of stuff out. I'm trying to use all this craziness that's going on, you know what I mean? And I look back to all the old comedic stuff, and they damn near like wiped out that whole encyclopedia for what, you know what I mean? But that's like the ultimate art. I want to be on that level, man. I want to live forever through the art and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But it does seem difficult now, you know what I mean? It feels lonely. You know what I mean? A lot of false prophets out here, if you will. I don't want to use that term too light, but y'all know what I mean, you know what I mean? It's real easy to be woke. It's a fad right now. And it's hard to get real expression through all of this stuff. And that's why I was intrigued in coming to this conversation and speaking about that, because I want to see how y'all felt. You know what I mean? Your girl was giving off the positive vibes. I'm like, damn, I'm needing that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like this mojo, because I'll be feeling defeated sometimes, you feel me? But I feel like, the expression is cool. You know what I'm saying? I've been writing all my thoughts down, drawing and stuff. You know what I mean? It's fun.
I like what you said about like living forever through your art, because honestly, people who do create like that authentic art, they do ring bells forever, like generations down the line, people still studying what they do. We have artists today that, started maybe a couple of decades ago that now, they have like college courses, studying them in their artistic ways. And that's like really dope. And it's just like, especially like with the music, like having lyrics. One thing that I strive to do in my music, along with like the positive energy, is also having songs that talk about what has happened historically. Because, once upon a time, that's how we used to tell history verbally, was through the music. We had the songs, we had the drawings on the walls, we had the tapestries, we had the, the hairstyles. All those things told the stories, all those things told expression of what was going on. So like, I find a responsibility in my music as well as in like my paintings and stuff like that to, preserve the history, and not just history of individuals that I've read about and learned about, but also my personal history, the people in my family, my grandmother and their grandmothers and so on and so forth. I'm grateful that I have historians, at least on my dad's side of the family, that like tap in and try to go back as far as possible, and so that assists with like the content that I put in my music, the references I make. Like, it doesn't bother me that people don't understand all my bars, because like they mean so much to me, and that expression of history and things like that. So another big thing is like, immortalizing people in the art. We've had a lot of really big, deaths, a lot of people ascending, and it was like a big effect on us. And one thing I noticed that we did that I really loved is we immortalized those people in art. Nipsey Hussle, Kobe Bryant, his daughter, Dr. Sebi, so on and so forth. A lot of artists came forth, they did their, caricatures and their realistic drawings and stuff like that. And that's a big deal. I like that we do that. I feel like that's also important to keep those images, because, maybe 50, 40 years down the road, maybe more so, then they'll try to, paint those faces white, make all them look like Cesar Bourgeois, whatever.
Right.
And then also about like the false prophet thing. I agree heavily with that. You know, I spent this last year just being happy to be around people that were able to, you know, recite things that I know, and I didn't put into consideration, you know, what was pure energy and what was like, oh, I just read like memes and articles, and you know, I'm not really like in the disciplinarian part of it. And so, you know, I spent this past year or so like navigating through that and finding like a really, really good support circles, you know, through those experiences. And a lot of people utilize the art of being present and stuff as marketing techniques for business and the economy. And that brings to like the next thing with like the NFT thing, because before, well, you know, still being present, there's been issues with like people copying each other's art. You know, people you know, you can't totally imitate someone's art unless you take a copy machine, but even then it's still something a little different.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, right. Plagiarism, basically. And so with the NFTs and the blockchain type situation, some people say it feels like it's a little bit more regulation on that, as you can't even duplicate the art yourself to resell it, you know. Do you have any insight on that? How you feel about the art going into the digital verse?
And I think it's necessary. I was kind of, you know, old school about it. At first, I didn't understand it, but it does make total sense. It's just like a evolution, you know what I mean? It's just like the music. It's like what Prince did. You couldn't take his stuff and just use it. And now you can't screenshot somebody's stuff anymore, you know what I mean? So in some sense, it definitely does make a lot of sense to me, you know what I mean? And I definitely want to evolve as well with all this stuff going on, especially the kind of art that I do. I kind of like categorize myself as like a pop artist, you know what I mean? I like to put myself in a lot of different people's art. I like to dive in a lot of different stuff and just put my face on it. You know, we all wanted that shit as kids, you know what I mean? I want to be Goku and shit like that, you know what I mean? Now he got dreads and he wear a mask like me, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to, you know, capitalize on that updated Six Flags character dude, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what got me interested personally, you know what I mean? Just that aspect of it. Young boy came to me and told me about it, so I'm with it. Teach me more, brother.
Where Muhammad saying she want to get into the NFTs. Yeah, I definitely been like looking into it. The metaverse fascinates me a little bit. I do still see a sense of a need for balance, so I still will be doing my nature walks and my grounding and stuff, and still be trying to have in-person events and stuff like that. I ain't gonna fully, you know, walk into the, you know, the verse like that. But the idea of having like a virtual store and people like virtually going in, and you know, I always said like even with my photographs and even with having someone else do photographs of my art, they just like never do any justice. So like I'm really curious to see how like the visuals on this thing will pan out for artists, you know, as they get, you know, the specs for.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's a really big world.
Yeah, it really is. And it's like, it's hopeful for the artists. You know, I had grew up in like gifted and talented classes, you know, it's a certain demographic that dominates those classrooms. So myself coming from, you know, parents that are artists and wanting to be an artist, you know, first thing out their mouths is, oh, you know, there's no money in that. There's no, you know, you're not going to be able to make a career in that. So I always walked around with that in my head. But not paying attention to how many artists we really spend our time being educated on throughout school, whether it's painters, writers, you know, even historians are artists in a sense, as a lot of them are artists with words. And, you know, putting that into consideration, it's like, it's really no such thing as a starving artist, really. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
It really doesn't have to be. And then like right now, it's like a lot of the interest in art is, well, you know, the Aboriginals, the Pangeans have always been the trendsetters of this plane. So like, you know, our art is mostly high in demand. I see a lot of painters that are, you know, getting into museums and making, you know, thousands and, you know, getting their art in Hollywood and backdrops of films and stuff. And it's very exciting to see and very hopeful because, you know, we've always had that dangling the carrot in your face type thing, like only one can win, like you all can't win. And it's just like, it seems like it's just so much more abundance now. I think the internet is a big help with that, broadening your audience, the people you can reach out to. It brings like less of a competition type mindset if you're prepared to have that mindset. You know, not everybody's prepared to have that mindset regardless. But you know, that definitely helps. You know, now I can, you know, I'm sitting here talking to you and you're like an hour away from me and our voices are being transmuted to houses and states away and even countries away. And you know, that's the life of an artist right now. And that's like really cool when you think about it.
No, yes indeed. Yes indeed. I love it. I love it. And that metaverse is definitely wild. Let me tell you. I took a dive. It was scary. It was scary. It is like Black Mirror in real life. I swear to God. But I definitely want parts. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can definitely, you know what I mean? You like to design clothes and stuff like that. You got to transfer that. You could definitely make funds, you know, by designing all the stuff that Miles and Zeke into, our kids into, you know. They could definitely make a buck real quick, and they with the times, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a market, you know what I mean? After coming out of my little stages last year and coming back out, it's like the game different, you know. And that's just the little art scene I occupy, you know what I mean? But it's exciting. It's exciting to take what we know and what we, you know, are learning and applying it. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. And oh, you can like do music as NFTs now too. And that's pretty dope. I like that. Okay. Muhammad wanted us to speak more on the false prophet notion, swimming through the false prophets. But like so like being more in detail with that, it's just I guess everybody has different ideals of what's right and what's righteous and what have you. However, there are people out here that are utilizing, you know, our struggle sounds as a means of marketing. A big example would be Nike. My biggest beef with Nike is whenever the, you know, Pangean community is going through something, you know, they utilize that to put it in a commercial. You know, oh, you guys want to be more included in things? Fine, we'll get all the Black athletes we can find and throw them in a commercial for you, and then have them wear RBG, and we'll come out with some RBG sneakers, like things like that. And it's like, that's nice. Like maybe you think that that's righteous in your, you know, world, how far you can think, but it's not when you think about consumerism. When you think about like, you know, what you guys represent as a whole, which I invest into, which I'm not investing into, things of that nature. And it's still not really helping our community. You're just giving us more shit to buy from you. So things like that.
More separation.
Right. And then holding it down even more on a personal level. Huh?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Nah, even more on a personal level. Like, you know, just being social and going out to these, you know, quote unquote conscious events. You'll see like venue curators, event curators, they'll be marketing the event on a flyer or, you know, in their videos or whatever as, oh, this is an event for the community. This is, you know, woo woo wop. And then like you get to the event and it's not like that at all. It's I don't like to use the word low vibrational because scientifically speaking, you want low vibrations.
Right.
The vibrations are too high. The frequency is
Right,
too short in the room.
Mhm.
And
Like, where's it going? Where are we going?
right. And it's like, it's a lot going on and it doesn't match up to how they were marketing the event. And you come across that a lot of times, like these people that we've been following on Instagram and stuff that, when pandemic first started, we were very invested in them and they were speaking, righteously. And then after a while, certain skeletons come up as they do, because, our spirit guides is not playing with us this generation. Okay. Like every time someone is not moving right, the spirit's going to tell on that ass, like almost instantaneously. It's so quickly, like people's business comes out like that. And so like, I know a lot of us are walking, talking hypocrites. And it's not always intentionally, but some things are intentional.
Real talk, man. It's a lane for that kind of stuff, and that's the stuff that bothers me. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the youth, man. I'm looking at our impressionable kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, people just coining on one little thing, and they make it a business really fast. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what's going on? It's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. That's that false prophet shit. I don't like, you know what I mean? Making a religion a business.
Yeah. And I like that you said that too, because that's another thing that people are not really addressing. So like, we went from like enslavement to employment with a fiat currency. So we're not really getting paid for our time, really. And then like you're going from that to like picking online coins, which is also not really like any type of value either if you really want to expand your mind. And they're doing that and you're still teaching your children how to work for the economy. Like, granted, you're not an employee, but you're still working for yourself. You're working more hours. And what are you working for? You're still working for this, fiat currency. And, you're working for it so that you can pay for bills or consume things. And and it's, influencing over consumption, especially how they play it around on the internet. Like, ooh, you could ride these boats and buy all these clothes and have this and have that. All you got to do is have 5 businesses and stocks and engage in Forex and on gold and this, that, and the third. And it's just kind of like, people are still being like pushed to keep up the economy, but they've sprinkled it so pretty with the concept of Black excellence, if you will. Like, oh, this is Black excellence. This is the definition of us creating history and creating Black wealth. But are we really? Or is this like a marketing tactic for us to keep up the economy while everybody sit home in quarantine? So I like that you said that. It's a lot of false prophets out here that I had a video about that recently. I did a live on Instagram when I spoke on a lot of people, out here, they come with the conscious stuff, they come with the Black excellence marketing, and they wear that, and some of them really believe that. However, the things that they're promoting is like they're like a third party marketer or third party sales agent for whatever, what have you. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And if that's something that you personally are interested in that moment, then go ahead. But know to be mindful and know to how to compartmentalize what's going on. Like, okay, this person isn't really like for the community. They're selling a service. They're selling an education service, or they're a third party agent selling, a cryptocurrency or investment stocks or this, that, and the third. And they just so happen to be Afrocentric or, they have knowledge of their heritage or their culture or whatever, and they wear it on them. So, you just have to have that level of mindfulness, and you have to be able to compartmentalize people and entities in that way, because a lot of people are so hopeful for a savior, and that's another problem. People not like really believing in themselves and hopeful for a savior. When somebody does come along with the Black excellence rhetoric, it's so easy for people to fall into that because they're like, oh, someone that's going to save us. But this person is really just selling a product or a service to you. And they just have this, visage going on. So yeah, you got to save yourself. You got to know that you're the God. You're the one you're praying to. You're the one you're trying to summon up. You're the one that you're channeling. All these energies out here couldn't exist without you. So when you live like that, that's like, when you look at other people who are just like happy and living carefree, and you say, well, dang, how can they live like that with all this stuff going on? Because they are in control of their reality. If that's what they choose to be and that's what they choose to do, why should they be apologetic about that? If you choosing to do struggle sounds and live a struggle life and, do this, that, and the third. And when you have that energy and you do it collectively, we are all EMF. We all have our own EMFs. And because of that, the law of attraction does exist for us, tremendously. And now a lot of things are going on with electromagnetic fields on this plane that our electromagnetic field is a lot stronger. Now, I know you noticed it, like we've been able to manifest things like almost instantaneously right now. It's been so easy to attract things. So, being able to do that, if you're doing your righteous thing, you're going to really like connect to the people that you're going to connect to like really fast right now. People have been meeting people that look real familiar, energy's real familiar, or you're attracting like a real familiar karmic energy. You're either re-attracting a pattern you keep repeating, and if you haven't learned to stop repeating it, you're getting on it real fast this time. Like, all right, come on, it's time to hurry up on this one. Or you're attracting those familiar people from past lives and past instances, those familiar energies and stuff. So if you're doing right and you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're being righteous in your art, your expression, and your moves, then it is what it is. You're going to attract who you need to attract. And that's another reason. You also notice how people are by the people they attract. Like there was one Instagram person I was following, and I really liked her because like she was aware of her spirituality and the things that she knew and didn't know. However, she was still hood, so I could relate. Like, oh, okay, cool. Like, down to earth. I finally don't feel like I gotta be like prim and proper to be like, aware of myself. However, her energy still wasn't all there. Like she still was battling, between herself. And we all do, and we all are. But you could definitely see it in the people she was attracting, the drama she was choosing to respond to online instead of, taking the high road and still trying to stay tapped in. She would just tap out. And it was mad easy for this girl to tap out. So, that kind of changed my perspective. And it really brought me back to the, what Bennett said, like, I got to save myself. You got to be your own God. You can't be out here, idolizing people, even if it doesn't seem like you're idolizing. It's like a little thing, but yeah.
And it's funny, I came to that same exact conclusion on the opposite side of the same coin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my energy just attracted everybody, like all the bugs, the moths, the flies, the gnats. So you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to set boundaries and how to pick pick the right people, because a lot of people would leech or take advantage, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, the universe definitely forced your boy to seclude himself, cut a lot of people out, a lot of lifelong friends. I thought I'd be there forever, but just like you said, so once it's about you, it's like, what are you doing here? You serving no purpose, kind of thing. So I had a lot of time to reflect and learn and grow, and I feel like it's like final boss time. I got all the HP and everything I need. You know what I mean? It's cool though, but I came to the same conclusion. I'm goofing off, but I'm related to you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It's definitely really important to be like independent and be yourself and, you know, not be afraid to be yourself. And I have this friend and I really like talking to him. He said something to me once. He was like, you know, he's polyamorous. And one day I asked him, I was like, how do you juggle all this stuff? Because he does a lot of stuff and he has 2 girlfriends. And he's like, you know, I force myself to have at least 1 or 2 days to myself and at least an hour or 2 by myself. And I don't do anything. I don't have any type of outside communication at all because I need to like wash off all that outside energy and influence and come back to who I am. And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense because when you're alone, that's when you are your true self. And when you're alone long enough, when you go back out into the world, you're still in your true stuff until somebody tries to like correct you, like, "Ooh, why are you doing that out here?" Or "Why you say that?" Or whatever, whatever. And you're like, "Oh, what? Ooh, I forgot I was outside." Like, you know, but that person right there, that is who you are. And it's really good to, you know, have those moments and come back and, you know, do what works for you. Like for him, it was a couple of days and a couple of hours each day. You know, I give myself a couple of hours a day where I just sit in my room and I just stare at the wall and I breathe. And I like to spend a lot of time by myself. On the weeks I don't have, you know, Miles in my room all day and night. I'll just sit in here and come back to myself. And it's very interesting, the person that I come back to. Like I joined Mahatma's 99-day world cleanse. And one of the challenges was observing things from your safe space. So I had this period of time where I was in my room by myself and I was spending time by myself. So then, you know, I got a job now. So I'm around people that I'm not choosing to be around. So it's a lot of like different personalities and mindsets. And because I had been by myself for so long, now I'm around these people who are totally different from me. I didn't choose to be around these people. This is not a setting that I would usually be in. So a lot of different mindsets are in the room. And I was like myself. It was like one of those challenges where it was like, you know, take your guard down or whatever, go outside with stuff. And I stopped going outside with my crystals on. I stopped going outside with the bars that I put around my throat chakra. I said whatever came to my mind. And you know, the first thing that come out my head is sarcasm always. So it was just like, oh, wow, I ain't, and it's like, yeah. And then like observing from my safe space, it's just like, ooh, you kind of rigid. Like you don't take no nothing, like this, that, and the third. But like that attracts certain kind of people too. That's like, oh, wow, that's intriguing. Like you don't, you know, you're this, that, and the third. And then I started being open about my plans with less nobodies and the land and my intentions with you know, the herbs and everything like that. And I had told myself when I started this job, like, I ain't saying nothing to these people. I don't want no friends. I don't want y'all to talk to me. I want to do my job and go home. But, you know, doing the cleansing stuff was kind of forcing me to do the opposite or whatever. So it was just like, I attracted a lot of really dope conversations and I expanded a lot of minds since I've been there. And it's starting to create, you know, better conversations in the room. At least when I'm in the room, people kind of straighten up a little bit. And it's like, dang, like I'm starting to notice I give that energy off everywhere. Well, you fucking know, like I'm starting to give that energy off everywhere I go. Like people kind of straighten up when I come in the room.
No nonsense. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, all in all, like art, being an artist, it just feels really, really important right now. This seemed like a really like pivotal moment in history. We got so much going on with us. We're always going through patterns in history. It seems like we're going through the 20s again with, you know, we got another pandemic, viral pandemic, you know, another, you know, wars, deployment of military, you know, out in Europe. We're still allowing the youngest group of humans to be the head while the oldest group of humans are still the tail. You know, and it's just like expressing all these things in art is real important. We having an awakening in history. You know, a lot of us are becoming more aware of our sovereignty especially our Aboriginals. You see the Native American tribals, they're really putting their energy forward to divorcing themselves, separating themselves from the United States corporation, especially out in Idaho. I want to say you know, they're really starting to separate themselves and starting to create their own governmental documents, and they're starting to break the treaties on their end too. And it's like, it's about fucking time. So yeah, this is like a really exciting time. It's a really exciting time to make music, write books, you know, tell stories. I tell people all the time, start keeping a journal. Our journals are important. Like, we still be reading Anne Frank's diary and all that stuff. Like, so like our journals are going to be like really important one day. And, you know,
Yeah.
it's all art.
Yeah, man. True indeed. True indeed. I was definitely thinking about that. I was talking to Miles about that. I want him to do that. Talk about all the emotions. I was going to talk about them with him. Seemed like a cool idea. Start journaling. That's cool.
Yeah, I make him keep a little drawing journal because he don't like to write sentences.
Yeah. He drew me a little mural. We were supposed to paint today, but I let him play the game a little bit. So
brilliant.
It's a dub. But yeah, man, what you got going on? You was talking about music. I need a verse from you to complete my thing. We gotta get on that, please.
Oh yeah, I'm with it. You know, I come up there on Sundays anyway, so we should do something.
Okay, I'll find something. My beat machine is not plugged up, so we're gonna go from there.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, man, because I already got 17 joints on it. I don't want to flood it. Too much, but I think it's pretty cool. I did the curation of it. It sounds pretty nice still.
That's awesome. I'm glad. I'm proud of you. I can't wait to hear it.
So many years. Finally.
You got a little
unreleased music? What?
You got a little sample over there?
Maybe a little just a little taste, maybe?
If I play something from here, can y'all hear it clear?
We can definitely let you know.
All right, say less. Hold up. Give me like 1
I love the artist over here.
Who? Everybody?
Yeah, everybody's an artist.
Yeah, just about, man.
You make music too, brother?
I do.
You make music too?
I make music.
Yeah, facts. Where can I hear y'all stuff at?
I'll send you some links. Like, I think I sent it in the chat just to send me your information, because I already, like, when you were talking in the beginning, like, you really spoke to me, and I was just like, oh, I need to tap in with this person. And
heavy, bro, heavy.
You're linked with Tribe, so you're cool with me, and anything that you do, I'm definitely behind you and support. So we can get into that.
Thanks,
I do music promotion and artist promotion all the time, so I got you, bro.
Yeah, that's the Fire Tribe. He in Virginia too.
Oh, facts?
Currently in Georgia.
I need to go back
currently in
down
Georgia,
there.
about to head to Alabama to help the Tribe mate with some stuff.
Oh, that's fire. Ooh, VA. I gotta go back down there soon too to see my family down there. It's been a while.
I'm working my way back up there, bro. So we'll probably get around the way.
Okay, I'm gonna try to play something for y'all, okay?
Ready. That was a dope conversation, by the way. I was in the background. I was like, I'm listening.
Yo, not for nothing. Nick been trying to plug me in with y'all for so long, and I told her, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. I'll be so scared of good things. I know that sounds so weird, but I'll talk about it in the song I'm about to play for y'all. But it's love. Y'all cool as hell. I love it here.
The realm of the real spirit, the true artist, the saint, the philosopher.
Oh, that's hard.
Rarely achieved. Why so few? Why is world history and evolution not stories of progress, rather this endless and futile addition of zeros? No greater values have developed. The answer to that can be found in another question, and that's this. Which is the most universal human characteristic? Fear or laziness?
When I feel alone, I remember that I'm just a grain of sand on the beach, same color as my bones. Got me thinking about life and what it's worth. I won't be here forever though. Here on planet Earth, skin the same color as dirt, where my feet are planted. Learning my lessons, fulfilling my destiny, not taking anything for granted. Made in my mother's image. I'm gifted, I'm honored, life's a privilege, but sometimes it gets hard, so I rock this grimace. Keep my distance, cause sometimes I wanna be the nigga like Popeye, so I keep that spinach. Take trips to teach my village, increasing the peace even though it seems evil is winning. Too many beginnings, not enough happy endings. Closed chapters, only looking forward to ascension, letting go of all my attachments. At first I was scared, cause I knew the truth was right there. Now imagine this, seeing yourself win is your biggest fear. And saying it out loud after I wrote this down sounds even more weird. But now I'm ready for it all, this time I'm sure. And through so many tears to no more pain like Tupac Shakur. All eyes on me. It's feeling like the Truman Show. I don't do it for your amusement though. I truly want to grow and be better than yesterday. Planting seeds today so my kids can reap what I sow. Stitching myself to the past, you know it's me. The scars on my memory, dreams and reality. Existing between the three, schizophrenic tendencies. My Gemini moon like two sides of a penny. Tools by the potency of the dopest tree. Hidden info in the smoke, no identity. Yet you still feel with me. Signing off, truly yours. Now I stay nobody with that rhythm and poetry. Rhythm and poetry. Little snip snip, little snip snip. I like that though.
Yo, that was fucking fire.
Thanks, brother.
That was fire. From that intro, there was a couple of those bars that you had in there that had me on stank face like the whole time. So
heavy,
yes,
bro.
please
Heavy.
push that. Push that. We need more of that.
Heavy. That's some new shit I'm trying to get with, bro. I think I'm gonna stop rapping and we just gonna go poetry style on everything. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna change it up real quick. Keep it monotone. You know.
Yes.
I like that. Have you ever heard of Mock Kami, brother?
Maybe.
Mock Kami. Nah. Or Earl Sweatshirt. You heard of Earl Sweatshirt? Those two dudes kind of got like that kind of drony message. I really like it. Jay Electronica kind of message. You know what I mean? But I want to, have niggas out here snapping in the whip. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
Yeah. Do me a favor, plug yourself really quick. Let people know when your album is coming out and where they can find it.
Oh, facts. Okay. Johnny Nobody to search. We got singles out already. You can find me on all platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, all that good stuff. Whatever you do, YouTube. I don't got much on SoundCloud, but yeah, Johnny Nobody, JAHNEENOBODIE, and the album is coming out February 22nd, so it's gonna be fire at 2:22. We're gonna do all that. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, but we got singles out right now. But you can go check them out. We got some fun singles out. Just playing around, rapping and stuff like that. So yeah, I want to make music with y'all though. I want to listen to y'all music and I want to start because I feel real good about completing something in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Well, thank you. Make sure you share with Sunshine all your information so I can put it in the description down below. And more people can find you much more swifter. I definitely want to keep raising those vibes. Hopefully we can get you to come back on to do the flatter battle. This is going to be like such an expansive way of being able to mix in what you were just talking about as well. So, being able to, just mastermind, like if we can create a way to digitally make money off of our art and stuff like that, we can definitely remix our way that we entertain ourselves and we bring things to the forefront. And that's why I like this platform, this segment. A lot of people sometimes can't really grasp what it is that we're offering in the 99-day process, but it's a skeletal structure, that of which has been not released to the public in this type of vessel. So, it's like an undercarriage cleaning that nobody knew they needed.
Right. Right.
And I really strongly feel like it's going to help relieve a lot of those false prophet situations, because a lot of people, they don't really, they're just trying to be the best that they can be. And it really takes for us to be accountable with each other and to speak our truth. And that's like something that's like, whoop, what? Hold up. Like last time I speak my truth, I got beaten, and a lot of like what Sunshine was saying before, we went from a slave mentality to the, you call it the fiat currency. And, where did we take a break? Where did we mentally digest ourselves as a society? Like, are we not conscious enough to be able to take a pause and say, okay, where are we going with this now? We can be more phenomenal in our everyday lives. And it just takes just a little bit, Can we wake up all tomorrow and say, fuck this shit, I'm not going to work, I'm not showing up for this, that? Yes, we can. But if we can do something that big, we can do something this little. And putting ourselves on platforms like this and learning to just be more self-expressive is going to help us to commemorate that and really know what it is to build. Like, why did we as society come together as a community? What was it that allowed us to be like, you know what, fine, we'll allow someone else to outsource and get us our water and things of that nature? Like, why did we do that? And where were we trying to go with that? Because we only relieve ourselves of tasks and duties when we're looking to apprehend another situation that's going to provide ultimate balance for us. So what ultimate balance are we conceiving while we have a lot of other beings doing a lot of other work for us? And that is going to help us to really marginalize our time and be more cosmic. Like, hello, slow down a little bit more. Your skin will be more beautiful. Your hair will look amazing. Your life would feel like you're walking on sunshine. And some days the clouds will be out and you'll still be like, oh, look at that cumulus cloud. I haven't seen that one in a while. Like, actually remember the name of the clouds. Like, when's the last time you heard anyone say the name of an actual cloud? Can you spot a cloud and what it is called? We know it's cloudy outside. We know the snow is coming and how much it's raining, but can we really speak to the ambiance of nature? We just got to get more creative and have more fun. So I appreciate y'all for stepping in and having that divine conversation. And I'm excited to see more. So you're definitely welcome to come back and be a part of the show in any which way. I'm here to make it phenomenal. Right now, we're doing this from all over the US locations. And I look forward to when we can do that in the physical and really like have a whole broadcasting moment. But we know that's going to shoot the shit out of the technology world. So we're pacing ourselves in our Zoom rooms. And I think we're holding up pretty well, to say the least. So, okay, so I'm gonna, before I switch it over, and because I don't think that we have any flat about our orders for tonight, which is okay. We're giving our duos a break. But this has been a phenomenal exchange. So I pulled some of my Mudra cards because we've been talking about being conscious and learning to be accountable, because we want to help individuals learn how to center themselves. That's all it really is. Like, most of the times that Snickers commercial is right on cue. Like, do you need a Snickers? Because it sounds like you need a Snickers. Like, everybody is crabby if they don't give themselves a break. And if someone's being crabby to you today, tell them to go take a break. Go take a hike. Get the out of your face. And that's, and that, so these mudra cards are right in point because the throat chakra and commitment. So I always take everything as a reading. So this is learning to be committed to our throat chakra. and speaking our truth. And I love that the Sanskrit for it is Vishdaha. And what that means for me is thinking about Vishnu, Vedic history, understanding. And Vishnu was, how can I say, he was the intimate expression of adoration for our God self. And he expressed it with such appeasement. And you got to read the Bhagavad Gita to understand what I'm saying, right? Because when Arjuna is speaking to him, it's a conversation between the two, just to give a little hindsight. When Arjuna is speaking to Krishna, you know, who is Vishnu, right? They're all the same energies. They speak with this grace, like, you know who I am. So let's ask you, where are you at that you are confused in your nature? What part aren't you getting? Because you know who I am. So that purification. And I'm going to take it to another step of understanding. A lot of people don't talk about this. A lot of people stray away from it and they're like, oh, this is so weird, blah, 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 blah. And toning, sounding, chanting, humming, all of those things are for the body. So that goes in alignment with what I was saying at the beginning of this live when we were showing Colin's beads. And we were saying how these are the things that are going to help our body physically, mechanically work better for us. So you want to care about your experience. You want to care about the vessel that is carrying your experience and how you can upkeep it. So allowing tones to set through the body, that's why music is so important. And sound is so important, and where you're grasping your sound from. And a lot of people have been learning about the bass in modern day hip hop music, and you know, what frequency and hertz is it really being strung on as people are listening to this, you know, where their consciousness is going. So you can understand where your consciousness resides at the most eloquently by learning to practice some sounds. Specifically, this is just angling it from the place of your chakras. So the sound is hum, and you just take a deep breath. You can do this however you want, but I'm going to do it the way that I feel led to. So I take a deep breath. I am holding a mudra, but I'm going to show you another mudra. Take a deep breath. Just exhale it out. Ha.
Ah.
That's one way. That's the long way. You can do hum, 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 hum. The vibration is there. It is there, whichever way that you do it. It's not how you do it. It's knowing that doing it is going to affect your cellular DNA. And that's what we are doing. We're speaking on a quantum level to resonate to our frequency, to the crevices of our being, because that's what we want to shake into reality, the newness of us into every day. And we got to shake the rubble of the things that reside over our perception and our frequency on an everyday basis. That's why cleansing yourself is vital to do, and finding the different ways of doing that is what's going to help us capitalize on the health is your wealth. What do you call it? Tagline. And okay, so, and then I'm going to tell you, because I'm learning to share more of how I can communicate, and I'm going to be more, what you can say, transparent of the sounds that I can make. So there are people that can make, like, you can still call them like hold sounds or mermaid sounds. So this may be very new for some people. They may not have heard this. You may have heard this and you don't know what it is. However, I can give you a thought. It's kind of like Mariah Carey's, you know, she's doing it, and the rap artists do it too in their sound when they carry it. So I'm going to just give you a sample. Okay, so this is like my mermaid. my mermaid. I don't practice it much. Yes, I can make sounds, but I'm, I do a lot. So that's my mermaid sound. And then my light code sounds, I don't do it a lot and it has to come to me. It's a language. Okay. So this is all vibration. This is self vibration. We don't need anything outside of us. We have it all within us. We learn to function with the body, care for the body, open and expand the body. When we can really work on our throat chakra, we can do amazing, amazing things. So don't subjugate yourself to what everyone else is doing. Allow yourself to go into the shadows and find something that's new, that resonates within your body, and then practice it enough to where you can do it live and not feel any way type about it. So that was my first time doing that live. I did it before in clubhouse rooms, which were like random people. And ever since then, I've just been like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it in my being of me, in my sharing. So I did that. Y'all got that, and it's recorded. So, I did it. And with that, I'm going to move on to being committed. So this is how a mudra, when you do things like I just did that are maybe uncomfortable for you for the first time, you may want to practice a mudra. I do this. Okay, I'm going to be really, really transparent because I love being transparent. When you're in an engagement with someone and there may be some sexual tension and you don't really want to express that energy on them and you're looking to hone that energy, you better mudra it up. Mudras will be your best friend, I promise you, because it helps you to center that energy and just let it vortex back into you. So you can power that up, helps reduce, sending those sex signals that you don't want to really send at that moment. And it's vital on both sides. So this one is called commitment, the Shiva Langa Mudra. And I'm going to tell you the benefits. It enhances your digestive system and supports spinal alignment, cultivates concentration and spiritual commitment. So because it's yellow, it helps with that solar plexus, which what we were talking about, right? Remaining committed to how you want to engage with someone. And this is the mudra that you would do. You would place your left palm, well, I'm going to do my left palm, facing upwards in front of the belly, making a fist with the right hand, thumb facing up, placing the center of the left palm, relax the shoulders. So you do this. And then when you want to do it like a little relaxed, you don't want to be all like gentle. You're sending signals to your body of how you want it to treat you and how you want to treat it. So you want to be gentle with your body, or if you want to be forceful, invite forceful things into your world. It's up to you, but gentle is the way for me. Put it next to your stomach. You don't have to put it next to your stomach. That's just really centering yourself, but you can just rest it on your thighs if you want to. You can do whatever you like. There's many different mudra moves that you can do. And focus. That's what this one does. So I love this mudra deck card. I'll show you what this is called. Awakening the Energy Body, another mudra. And it's broken down through the chakras. But there's hundreds of different mudras that you can do for you to purify yourself, recenter yourself, and bring stillness to yourself. So don't be shy to practice a little bit more of what is happening for you in your everyday life. And if you have questions, please tune in. Check me out. Description for more of how to connect with Mahatma is down below in the description. I appreciate y'all. And with that, I'm going to segue into our final segment for the night. We got Montre Bennett, who is a native of Florida and Delray Beach specifically. And he is going to be sharing with us his poetry and doing a meditation, which I'm super excited about. He is the owner of 3 Demetrius Eatery. So please check him out for all that healthy services if you are in that area. Much love and light. Take it away, Montre.
Good evening, great day. She told you who I was. You can catch me on Facebook, Kingdom on Facebook, Montre Bennett. You can catch me on IG, Kingdom Business 87. And you can catch me on Clubhouse, Montre Bennett. So first I'm gonna do a poem, and then I'm gonna go into the city meditation, which will give you a calm and relaxed feeling for your evening. So I wrote a poem, Living My Life, Steps to Release, Renew, and Revive. Living my life like it's golden. Strolling, I said my life, I apologize. Living life like it's golden. Strolling through the neighborhood. Yes, life is feeling real good. When you speak to me, dog, I messed up. Please forgive me. I'm gonna start over. It's been a while. Living life like it's golden. Strolling through the neighborhood. Yes, life is feeling real good. No, I don't live in the hood. Beachfront property. When you speak to me, you better come properly. Don't be weak, just be meek. Don't come around if you are a leech, leeching to steal energy, information to see what's really going on. Yeah, I know, I really have it going on. I can't be stopped, can't be reached, not even a security breach, protected by the angels, ancestors, almighty universe. My heart is clear, my mind is right, complete understanding of the way this life works. Sit down and take some notes. Cleanse yourself physically, spiritually, and mentally. Physically, walk, run, exercise. Spiritually, bath, bathe right after shower. Ooh, meditate, take in the right energy. Let the new spirit penetrate mentally. Write your heart and mind out. Release and prepare for a new start. Give your body all natural products within and out. Food, water, deodorant, soap, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, etc. Sit out in the sun, sit down in the grass, take a dip in the salt ocean, in the salt water, or dip in the salt bath, cleanse the old, dead energy, renew your aura, live your life is golden, peace all around, because you found peace within. Now pick up a pen, rewrite your life, vision it, feel it, and let it go. Strolling through the park, just living life like it's golden, never folding, standing tall for the generations after me, my kid, his kids, and their kids needed me to do this, breaking curses, moving different, moving different, making sure this life don't get worse. I have no remorse. That's why I'm just living my life like it's golden. Next, I do a sitting meditation. I'm still in practice mode, but I'm gonna have it right. I'm going through training to facilitate meditation circles. All right. So we are here on Zoom. Muhammad, what's the name of your show? Elite Talk. We are here on Elite Talk. It's about 6:15, January 26, 2022. I want you to find yourself in a stable sitting position. Sit up straight. Imagine you are sitting like a mountain, stable, solid, supported by earth. Check that your head sits comfortably on your spine and your chin tucked slightly. If you can close your eyes, close them. If you can't, don't. But look at a spot and rest them gently. Relax your face and jaw. Be with how it feels to sit still and get a sense of contact with the body on earth. your feet in contact with the floor, your backside resting on the chair, resting your body, feeling a sense of the support beneath you. Take a breath. Be with the breath. I will ring the sound of the bell to begin this practice. I want you to become aware of your in and out breath. Come back to the anchor of your breath. Breathing in, know that you are breathing in. Breathing out, know that you are breathing out. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, notice your breath has become deeper. Breathing out, notice your breath has become slower. Deeper, slower. Breathe in, breathe out. There's no need to change anything. Just be aware of your breath naturally becoming deeper and slower. Allow your mind and body to feel calm and at ease. Breathing in, feel calm. Breathing out, be at ease. Calm, ease. In, out. Breathing in, smile to your whole body. Breathing out, release any tension in the body. Smile, release. Smile, release. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow yourself to become fully aware of the present moment and recognize the conditions that make it a wonderful moment. Breathing in, enjoy the present moment. Breathing out, be grateful for the peaceful moment. Present moment, peaceful moment. Present moment, peaceful moment. Breathe in, breathe out. With 3 mindfulness breaths, we bring our attention back to our sensation of contact between our body and the floor or seat. Without yet moving, Get ready in your mind and body for the practice to end. Invite one full sound of the bell to signal the end of the practice. Take as long as needed to gently stretch, move slowly, open your eyes, and breathe. Let your mind become spacious and your heart become so kind, soft and kind. Radiate peace and stability like a mountain. I now invite you to reflect on the present moment and give a brief observation.
Thank you so much for that, Montre. I love that. I loved it. What came to me was I like intentional meditations because they help me to stay more centered in that flow state. So great meditation voice. I think you were born for it. So no worries there. You definitely have the sounds for getting down to the positive peace side of life.
I receive it. I soak it in. And I vow to do what I'm here to do.
Thank you. Thank you.
My ultimate goal is to just change the world through positive energy intake. Through getting back outdoors and into yards, growing fruits and vegetables. Learning how to trade again. And focusing on sustaining neighborhoods and communities. What I've learned the last couple of years or 2 years, that it's all about the energy we take from food. It's about clearing the negative energy. It's about the water that we intake. And it's all about the knowledge that we intake. And I leave with that.
Intake. Thank you so much. It sounds like today's theme of Elite Talks was be mindful of what you intake. Colin even helped open us up to talk about CBDs and paying attention to astrology and the sun. And it's really important for us to be able to identify what's happening with us first. I know there's a lot of scary things going on out there. However, you got to take care of home first. What is truly happening for you at home? Assess that situation first, and then assess what you can do internally for yourself, whether that be being more creative as an artist or being able to offer yourself more meditation, get around more like-minded individuals, try something new. You never know. Do some paint and sip. Pretty soon, there's going to be some other things coming around. So we'll see what is coming abroad. So I appreciate everybody that has tuned in today. And again, like always, this is Elite Talks, and we air the second and fourth Wednesday at 4:44 Eastern Standard Time. We got 2 more shows before we take a break. So make sure that you are tapping in with us to keep up in the collective and how the energy is treating us as being conscious minded and I guess you can say aligned with ourselves. We cannot be, perfect, but we can be aligned. Moments are perfect only when we allow them. So with that, thank you everyone that has graced the stage. Thank you for Spirit for helping us to be present for this art engagement. And until next time, much love and light. And not that love and light foo foo fa fa, but that love and light, I'm here to be in witnessing of the love through the light that I understand. Okay. I don't know about all that foo foo fa fa stuff, but in my world, love and light, that's, armor and, protection, armor and protection, love and light. So don't be scared. Don't allow no one to tell you should be fluffy wuffy, and stay aligned. Much love and light.